Hey everybody, welcome back to Make Stuff Better. Today is New Car Tuesday. I know you thought that New Car Tuesday wasn't a thing anymore. I did like 3 of them and then that was it. But I just haven't gotten any new cars. I've been building some. I'm into like 4 projects right now, only 2 of which am I doing build series on right now. The other 2 will be coming in. But until then, I have a brand new TRX4M. It's my birthday this weekend, and so I went and got a new car. What I have is, it's on this end, the white one. Let's get this cracked open and check it out. First things first, tools and shock clips and owner's manual. I know you guys have seen a lot of things on here. People will go over like the box panels. That's the only one in English here. All that information's on the website. This is where it's at. It's just a regular TQ radio, 2-channel steering and throttle, battery, 750 milliamp hour LiPo. Warning, dangerous. These will start fires and all kinds of junk. With the proprietary Traxxas connector as usual, USB charger. This is cool that it gives you all this info because every one of these is different as to blinking or solid or green. Generally green is good, but it's cool that they give you the legend there of what each one means. Battery, charger, radio, truck. That's all we need, right? Well, you need batteries in this radio, so we'll slap some of those in there. Pop this off, unpeel the magic. It's practically new. It's actually new. It does come with lights in the bumper, but no lights here. You get the Pro Scale lighting kit for it, which I did acquire the same time I purchased this afternoon. So I'll do a video on putting that in. So I'm going to get the battery onto charge and some batteries in the transmitter. And in the meantime, we'll go under what's under the hood with this thing. The body pops off with these 2 little clips. They are right here and right here. That couldn't be easier. I love how Traxxas has done that. This is a ABS plastic, what they call hard body, and there's a lot of different pieces, like all of the door handles, mirrors, even this top is a different molded piece. The Pro Scale light kit has tail lights and all that junk, so we'll get there in the next video. We have the Traxxas 2-in-1 ESC receiver. There's 2 ports for lights, so I assume your lights in the bumper, which are here and here, just stay plugged in there. Your servo plugs in next to those. And then the Pro Scale light kit probably just plugs into the next one. Easy set button. You can change this from forward brake reverse to forward brake. A 180 size motor, 87 turn. It's reverse rotation, which means they just hook up the leads backwards basically. Oh, what does this say? Traxxas. That's where they're located, if in case you were wondering. We do have BF Goodrich Mud Terrain TA tires on here. I've heard that these are less than ideal. The ones that come on the Defender are supposedly a better one. I don't do like competition crawling, so I'm not real worried about it. I like my vehicles to be more scale than competitive. Battery tray. It comes with medium gearing in it. You can get slower gearing or faster gearing to go faster. All the links are plastic. Drive shafts are plastic. I've heard people complain about this O-ring coming off, like they'll scrape over a rock and that'll peel off, and then the pin for the U-joint in there just falls out. And so they'll put heat shrink over it, or I've seen aftermarket drive shafts with like a key ring type wire that wraps around there. Some different options. Basically anything aftermarket is going to be not having that O-ring. Mostly plastic, C-channel chassis rails, and the standard steering servo right there. Now, a lot of people don't like the fact that Traxxas has put this proprietary connector on the ESC and battery, but what you can do is go and get, wrong side, it is the right side, the ramp crab unique design for more fun. This is just an adapter that goes from your balance plug to the Traxxas plug. These come 4 in a package. If I can find these on Amazon, I will leave a link to them because it allows you to do so much. You can put any battery you want that'll fit right there. You put an SCX24 battery in there. It's 450 milliamps instead of 750, so you're not going to get the same runtime out of it, but if you're going lightweight, that might be something to consider. This does come with oil-filled shocks, so you get like no bounce out of it. Whereas one of my other trucks, without oil-filled shocks, see, it just keeps bouncing when you drop it. This one does not, which is pretty awesome. It is all bushings in the transmission, anything that spins. It's really smooth from the factory, but they do make like fast eddy bearings. They do a bearing kit for this. I'll link that down below so that if you want to upgrade it, you can. That's enough yammering on. We're going to take this outside and run it, and I'm going to find some dirt to drive it on. We'll just drive it over some obstacles and see what we get. I think it does great. I will say that the low speed modulation could be better, and I don't know if that's just because of the gearing or the ESC or the motor is too high of a turn. Let me look. I mean, it's an 87 turn motor. I'm thinking if you put the low speed gearing in it, you're going to do much better as far as modulation, but there's so many upgrades you can get for these. You can just replace the whole system if you want. This is the HighTrail. This is the regular TRX4M. Flip them around so they're both going the same direction. And you can see the front wheels are lined up. You only gain maybe a 1/4 inch longer. You could look at the specs to see how much longer it actually is, but that's what you're looking at for length. In the width department, they are exactly the same, which makes sense. They've got the same axles, different wheels and rims, so you might get a different offset there. Something else that's really cool about the TRX4M is you get a full 45 degrees steering, which is, I think, awesome for a stock little crawler. You can upgrade them and get a little bit more, but both of them will give you 45 degrees of steering. Now here is a comparison between the TRX4M and the SCX24. I took the front shocks out of it because I needed them for something else. But there is a sizable difference between these two trucks. And I mean, at a distance, you could get away with calling them the same scale, but in person, right up next to each other, they are definitely not the same scale. In case you were wondering. This also comes with a real spare tire on the back that's usable. This just comes with a cover. There are people, I believe, who are making like 3D printing spare tire holders for the back, so you can just unbolt that, put your spare tire holder on there, and put an actual spare on the back of it. The SCX24 also comes with these cool little roof accessories. These traction boards actually come off and you can actually use them, which is kind of cool. And nothing. But you could 3D print some and get them put on there. So all in all, this is a really rad little truck. I think if you're in the market for an 18th scale, definitely this is the way to go. You really can't go wrong. Either one. This one's $10 more right now than this. It does give you a full set of bearings, and to do the bearings in this, you'd be right there. It's like 10 or 12 bucks for a set of fast eddying bearings for this, and it'll do the axles, diffs, transmission, all that stuff. I'll leave a link to that below if you want to upgrade your TRX4M bearings. This will be a little bit more capable than the SCX24, only because it's a little bit bigger. But other than that, they're very, very comparable trucks. You're not going to be disappointed with either one. Go with whatever you like the look of better, or functionality-wise. You have worm gear differential drives in the SCX24, whereas these are ring and pinion gears. The SCX24 doesn't need a drag brake necessarily. It just stops. You just can't push it because of those worm gears. That's all I've got for this. If you guys want to see more comparisons of this to other vehicles, let me know. If I have the vehicle, I'll definitely do it. But thanks for watching. Later.